Welcome to this deep dive into the world of LinkedIn. Today, we're exploring something that really challenges the usual thinking about social media success.
We are. We're looking at how professionals with, relatively small audiences on LinkedIn are actually generating significant income.
Which seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? There's this widespread belief that follower count directly equals financial success online.
Exactly. But our analysis of the document, The Power of Small, how LinkedIn accounts with few followers generate real income, it reveals a different dynamic on LinkedIn. Here, relevance and credibility often seem to trump sheer numbers.
Mm.
In fact, the document highlighted a case study. I think it was a consultant with just maybe 800 followers, landed a really high-value client because of their niche expertise and the quality of their content.
Wow, only 800. That contrasts sharply with, say, larger accounts maybe putting out generic stuff and struggling to convert.
Precisely. It feels like LinkedIn rewards specialization and, genuine value over just mass appeal.
So our goal today is really to demystify this idea that only profiles with thousands or millions of followers can monetize their presence. We want to show the effective mechanisms these smaller accounts are using.
Right, how they're building sustainable income streams.
Yeah.
And the document we examined, it's a really valuable guide for understanding this. It focuses on how professionals, even with fewer than 10,000 or maybe even under 1,000 connections, are turning their expertise into concrete financial opportunities.
Okay, so let's dig into how this process actually starts. The document really stresses the importance of transforming your personal profile into a genuine business asset. What does that mindset shift really involve?
Fundamentally, it's about moving away from seeing your profile as just a digital resume.
Right, like a static CV.
Exactly. Instead, you need to think of it as a dynamic tool designed specifically to attract business opportunities. And this shows up in several key profile elements.
Like the headline, for instance. It's not enough just to list your current job title, is it?
No, not at all. The headline needs to be powerful, really results-oriented. It has to communicate concisely the value you bring to your network and potential clients or collaborators.
And then there's the About section. Often underestimated, I think, but it sounds crucial here.
Oh, absolutely. An optimized About section goes way beyond just describing your career path. It has to clearly articulate your unique value proposition.
Meaning?
Meaning, what problem do you solve? Who do you help? What's your differentiating factor? A well-defined value proposition is essential for attracting the right audience.
And finally, something very practical, including specific calls to action. What kind of actions does the document recommend?
Well, it suggests adding direct invitations for interaction. Examples could be urging visitors to schedule a consultation call, maybe download a free resource like an ebook, or subscribe to a newsletter.
So turning a passive profile into an active funnel for opportunities.
That's the idea.
Okay, great. So once the profile is set up as this business asset, what are the most effective monetization strategies for these accounts with smaller audiences?
The analysis highlights several main paths. One of the most direct is professional consulting and mentoring.
Right, for experts in specific fields.
Exactly. People with deep experience in areas like leadership, finance, productivity, organizational health, AI, maybe corporate law. They have a huge opportunity here.
And the key point is you don't need thousands of clients for this to work.
Not at all. The document really emphasizes that even with a modest follower base, landing just, say, 3 or 4 clients a month for private sessions or mentoring programs can generate substantial income. The key is specialization and the high quality of the service offered.
Another interesting strategy mentioned is creating and selling digital products. What kind of products seem most viable for these smaller, more focused audiences?
There's a pretty wide range. It could be anything from specialized ebooks diving deep into a specific niche to short practical courses on particular skills, recorded webinars people can access on demand, or even professional templates that save other professionals time and effort.
And again, it comes back to that idea of relevance over sheer numbers, right?
Yeah, absolutely. An account with, let's say, 2,000 highly segmented followers who are really engaged with a specific topic. That account can achieve much higher conversion rates selling a relevant digital product compared to a massive account with 50,000 followers who have scattered interests.
That makes sense. The niche focus really pays off.
It does. The power of really specific case studies for niche audiences is that they directly address pain points and show tangible results, which resonates much more than, broad thought leadership pieces.
Sponsored content and affiliate marketing are also listed as options. How does that work for smaller accounts? I thought that was mainly for the big players.
Well, while big brands often do chase influencers with millions of followers, there's a growing interest in micro-influencers.
Micro-influencers, so
Yeah,
people with smaller but very engaged niche audiences.
precisely. That focused engagement makes them attractive for targeted promotions. So for them, there might be opportunities to promote, say, SaaS tools relevant to their niche, like specific CRMs, maybe educational platforms, automation tools. Or they could join affiliate programs for digital products or memberships that genuinely appeal to their specific audience.
So even affiliate marketing, which many assume needs huge traffic, can work.
If the audience is well-defined and the recommendations are genuine, yes, those niche recommendations can drive significant conversions.
And finally, perhaps a less direct but still very powerful strategy: lead generation for your own business or venture. How does that play out on LinkedIn?
For freelancers or small business owners, their LinkedIn account can become a really effective client acquisition tool without needing a big ad spend.
How so?
The key is consistently sharing valuable content for their target audience, showcasing concrete success stories, and collecting testimonials from satisfied clients. This builds trust and organically attracts potential customers.
Okay, let's quickly recap our objectives here, which mirror those in the document. We wanted to show that monetization on LinkedIn isn't just for huge accounts, highlight the effective strategies smaller accounts are using, and hopefully inspire professionals to start generating income on a scale that's, well, manageable and sustainable for them.
Exactly. And for those who are feeling inspired and want to start monetizing their LinkedIn presence, the document provides a set of really practical recommended actions. What are some of the most important ones?
First off, defining your professional value proposition with real precision. What do you actually offer? What's your specialty? Then, it's crucial to create high-value content, content that educates, solves problems, or inspires your audience rather than just promoting yourself all the time.
Yeah, that value-first approach seems key. And consistency is fundamental too, isn't it?
Definitely. Setting up an editorial calendar and being disciplined about posting helps keep your audience engaged and attracts new, interested followers. Plus, designing your own products or services, even if they're simple, to start like offering 1-hour consultations on a specific topic.
Interaction is another big one. Responding to comments, DMs, fostering a sense of community around your profile that boosts engagement and loyalty. And the document also suggests using analytics tools.
Right, to figure out what kind of content actually resonates and drives conversions. Maybe tracking specific metrics like profile views from target industries or lead form submissions from your content could add practical value.
And seeking strategic collaborations with other accounts that share a similar audience, regardless of their size, that can expand your reach and open up new opportunities.
hmm
And finally, defining a clear funnel. By funnel, we mean the steps a potential client takes from discovering your profile to actually becoming a paying customer.
So mapping out that journey helps you optimize your profile and content accordingly. Like, what steps should an interested follower take next?
Exactly. It guides your strategy.
So to sum up, our deep dive really reveals that audience size isn't the only factor determining economic potential on social media anymore. LinkedIn, with its professional nature and segmentation ability, offers a real opportunity to monetize knowledge, experience, and authenticity.
And the success of these smaller accounts generating income isn't accidental. It's the result of consistent work, a deep understanding of their target audience, and a strategic vision that turns their digital presence into a real, sustainable source of revenue.
In fact, the consolidation of micro-influence on platforms like LinkedIn shows that authentic connection and specialization are really effective ways to influence and prosper professionally, even without a massive following.
Absolutely. So maybe the final thought for our listeners is this. How can you start applying these principles to your own LinkedIn presence, regardless of your current follower count, to begin building a sustainable income stream based on your unique experience and knowledge?
That's definitely something worth exploring.